we talk tactically. I just don't see what is Canelo's game plan. Like if you were Canelo's coach, so let's take it out of the realm of emotion, fucking with these weak ass fans, and we're gonna just talk about game plans. If you're Canelo's coach, what are you telling him? How are we going to beat Terrence Bud Crawford?
Are you asking me
I'm
or
asking
like
you if you were Canelo's coach. So and I'm gonna give my take on this as well, but I want to try to tackle this because I just can't fathom what would be the game plan. Canelo's not really better than Bud at anything except for naturally being a larger man, and that's not even necessarily true anymore because Bud went and bulked up. So if you're Eddie Reynoso, what is the game plan to defeat Terrence Crawford?
he gonna have to do the one thing he's never done in his entire life.
Mm.
Get on them toes. He gonna have to get on. No, I'm dead ass serious.
Oh
He can't
shit!
cut the ring for shit against
He
big
said he
ass
gonna have to get on
guys.
them toes.
He if you
If
his
that's the game
reflexes are
plan,
too
if
fucking
that's the game
slow.
plan, Mr. Incredible, then it's over.
He took or wherever they
You
get
know what I would tell him though?
what.
Sean Porter had success against Terrence Crawford when he moved his head.
Nah, 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 nah,
Wait, do you have
nah, 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 nah.
hold up. Let me ask you something. Do you have access to another device right now?
Not right now, no.
Okay, it's all good. Next time, see if you can have one. Because what I wanted to do, the idea just came to me. We could watch Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford right now, and see if we can find. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to use that fight to see if I can find a game plan for Canelo on
I
Patreon
don't.
because
He don't.
Sean Porter did some great things in that fight, and I think Canelo could do some of that if he stays low, move his head. And remember,
I
Canelo
like
hits
that.
way harder than Canelo has way better punch technique first off than Sean Porter.
Yeah, like Canelo is one of the most accurate punchers. I think he's in the top five most accurate punchers in boxing currently. But that he don't dip like that. He don't dip under shots. Not anymore. The
Yeah,
motherfucker, that motherfucker
if
take
he
it to
did it
the chin
before,
way too much.
that's my thing though. My thing is we game planning. So we doing the
Oh,
game plan. You could force somebody like Bud. Bud said against Errol, they worked on a stiff jab instead of a flicking jab. So if Eddie Reynoso really trying to win, he'll tell Canelo, look, this is one of your last fights of your career. You've been being lazy. I need you to dip. I need you to roll. I need you to take it back. I need you to turn back the clock, if only for an hour.
nah, he gonna tell him here, take this shit. Look at all these fighters in their camp. He's gonna be like, here, take this
Oh
shit, bro.
shit!
Just take this shit, bro. You're not fast enough.
My man said, "Nah, he gonna tell him here, take this." That's hilarious, bro.
The last couple fighters got caught, bro. The whole year. The whole year.
Yeah, like 9 of them motherfuckers.
Like, and we gonna talk about this motherfucker wasn't juicing or cheating. Okay, Pacquiao is one thing. That motherfucker slippery as fuck. But we not gonna say that a motherfucker whose whole camp, his whole team got caught twice, wasn't cheating throughout his career is a fucking bull-faced fucking lie. I'm sorry, you can't be one of the greats and you got caught cheating. Look what they did to Margarito. Motherfuckers need to shame people when they cheat, bro. I don't give a fuck if you accidentally ate meat, somebody hit you with a fucking tranquilizer dart, and that shit has in it. Yada this, yada that. You cheated. We need to shame your ass. Just so they don't do this shit no more.
And they never do. Like, and it's not even a race thing. I don't like Roy Jones. Like people try to make excuses for him and shit. Like Roy Jones is another cheater. I don't like Pacquiao. I don't like Canelo. I don't like Margarito. I don't like anybody who's cheating. It fucks up the sport. It ruins the sport.
They excuse that shit, and then excusing that shit, lets that shit slide by, and it's not even like a cheating thing. Motherfuckers' lives are on the line in this shit. Boxing is has the number one fatalities out of all combat sports. Motherfuckers could really get or be injured for the rest of their lives because a motherfucker want to fuck around and win a fight because they didn't train hard enough. That's my
And
thing.
not
It's
just
like,
that, but money. Like, honestly, to be honest, a lot of these people know. They know deep down, you know what? I'm not world class. It doesn't even have nothing to do with how hard they train. Canelo could train as hard as Floyd. He's never going to beat Floyd. So these dudes know, you know what? I'm not world class. What can I do to make me be world class? Oh, I know what I could do. They pull down them pants, get that needle in the buttock, and then they turn into something that you ain't never seen before.
man, I don't know. Like I guess I heard like a quote that was actually really good, but like a lot of fighters should really like. We don't got no real American boxers anymore. Like no face of boxing. Like yeah, there's Bud, but Bud is on his way out, and he was never really like. It took a while for him to pop off. Let's be real, like, and that's why a lot of people undermine his greatness because nobody really ever watched him until the or knew him until the Errol Spence fight. But he was doing that shit all this time to everybody. And then they want to say, oh, who'd he beat? Sometimes, motherfucker, top rank, I don't really fuck with top rank, but sometimes you gotta look at the performance. He made motherfuckers look like nothing. Nothing. Like they weren't supposed to be in the ring with him. Like, and as I said, like, context, you gotta look at the performance. In the like Amir Khan fight, I know he chinny as fuck. If he had a chin, he would have beat Canelo. He was up on the scorecards. I think he got knocked out in the sixth round. He was winning all the rounds. I looked it up the other day. It was like 5-1. He was losing. He was losing against Lara. Like we got to look at the context of the fights, bro. Like skills, you can't overcompensate for skills. You right. Like skills, they'll never cap skills. If you're a Canelo, you'll never be Floyd. It won't happen. You can only make yourself just a little bit better by abusing that shit. But like I don't know. Like a way to fix that would be like really enlightening in the sport, bro. Like I don't know if they need to adopt USADA instead of VADA or what.
Listen,
Like
it will never be fixed because you have to understand something. And we already talk about this all the time, but entertainment world has to be given mainly to people who sell their soul because that's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of this world to test and see who's gonna sell out. So when you're only dealing with people that are willing to sell their soul, and now in the age of information where a lot of people are aware of um, all this Satanism going on, a lot of people are turning deals down more than ever. Back in the day, people until they got to that level, they didn't even know about it. And once they got there, it's like who could I tell? Who could I talk to? So they end up just selling out. But now a bunch of people on the internet know what the internet, what the entertainment industry is about. So most of the talent pool isn't even looking to join the entertainment industry. So they have to work with what they had. Not everybody's willing to sell their soul. And they don't have that big of a talent pool that they had back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, even up to the 90s. Now in 2025, there's not that many times, especially boxing, a sport that already is missing most of the best athletes. Most of the best athletes are going in basketball and football. But in 2025, what are the chances that you're going to find somebody that's willing to train every day, that's naturally talented, and is willing to bend over? You know what I mean?
you're right.
It's very very rare that you're gonna find all of that nowadays. Back in the
Yeah,
day, motherfuckers grew up loving boxing. So if you told them once they got to the door that okay, the only way for you to go come through is to bend over, they loved it so much and they had put their whole life into it. It was like all right, fine. And
I
plus,
think I
no, I was just gonna say, and plus, just the atmosphere back in like the '80s and shit, even the '90s, nobody would even believe you if you came out and tried to talk about these things. Like, who are you gonna tell? And then a lot of guys like Cam and Mace talked about it, but they sold out mainly because they didn't want to have to go back to their hood and get clowned and get teased. But nowadays, if you were to go back to the hood and say, nah, yo, they asked me to try to do some Illuminati shit, people would believe you. So it's totally different. They don't have the same talent pool to choose from. So they have to work with what they have, and most of the dudes that are willing to sell their soul aren't talented enough to make it to the top without this. So they need this. They will never, this will never go away.
Yeah, it sucks, man. I also believe back then motherfuckers was mentally tougher. They was tougher.
They had to be because it's less money. So the thing about money, look at basketball. Like they're paying these dudes all this money, and now motherfuckers don't want to practice. But when you don't know if you're gonna be okay after the sport, like if you don't know for a fact that you're set, that's a motivating factor for you to get your ass up every day. So that's when the thing about life is all about balance. So what Floyd did, being a billionaire and then working like he was broke, that's some anomaly shit. Most people, when they get the money, Marvin Hagler, one of the most disciplined fighters ever, straight up said it's hard to train when you're waking up in silk sheets. So when you give somebody money, it's a weakness. Now they're more comfortable. It's days where they used to will push that they're gonna take off because now they feel as though, okay, I'm good now. Now the way boxing is set up, they got these damn programmed assets coming in from the Olympics, you know what I mean? And they're giving them big checks early on. So by the time they're in their early 20s, they're millionaires, bro. Millionaires. Like,
Facts.
so why keep yourself training 2, 3 times a day in a sport where I can get killed? It doesn't make
It
sense.
it's like what it goes back to what we were talking about a while back about Mike Tyson saying like the fighters of today are missing ego. Like you gotta have a chip on, like Devin Haney got the world's biggest chip on his shoulder. Like he got some, that's why he's jumping from fight to fight. It's like he got something to prove. Like everybody looks down on him. Like he isn't the most like physically athletic or talented, but he don't give a fuck because in his mind he gonna prove everybody wrong. And same goes for Shakur. Like these motherfuckers ain't in it for just like, you know, the money and the status and the fame and shit. They really want to be the best. They want to be like on Mount Rushmore or uncontended and shit. And they
One thing
want to.
about Devin, and this is a dynamic that happens. So like when you're not trying to portray no hood shit, or if you're not accepted by the hood, sometimes dudes will try to like they'll build this barrier where it's like, okay, I'm gonna be the most macho guy, or I'm gonna beat everybody and I'm gonna show everybody. Kind of like a Russell Wilson dynamic. Like if you look at his being lame or corny and shit like that, that can make you tougher than a lot of the hood guys because when you decide to be a gangster or even portray the image of a gangster, you get protection.
You
Meaning,
hide behind that facade.
exactly, you get to hide behind that. When you're just being yourself, you get more scars and you get tougher because everywhere you go as a black man, just being yourself, is gonna be people that want to try you. They don't like that. It's like, okay, this dude doesn't fit in anywhere. You're gonna make them uncomfortable, and they already know. Okay, if I can mess with anybody in society, it's another black man. So you're the easiest target in their mind. They don't want to fuck with a thug, and they like the thug. They trust the thug, and they're used to seeing the thug, so they're comfortable with him. But if you're just an individual with your own thoughts, you're not out here trying to gang bang. You just working hard and focus and shit like that. Our people don't know how to deal with real men because a lot of them haven't seen real men in their youth.
Well, I know that he gets clowned a lot for it, but I give my salute to Bill Haney just because he did a good job with Devin and the fact of reinforcing him being like confident in himself and not backing down from nobody. Like I said, the motherfucker ain't got the Floyd Mayweather reflexes or skills or anything, but you can't tell him that shit. Like boxing is like mental, bro. Like you can't come in there half stepping,
And
bro.
life is mental, and that's what a lot of people don't get. It doesn't serve a person well to count themselves out. It doesn't. It makes no sense not to be confident. It's illogical because if you are confident, you think you could do something, you probably can do it. But if you automatically think that you can't do it, then you're not. There is no probably. It's no longer a probability or a possibility. You just simply can't do it. And a lot of people they never get over that hump of confidence or self belief.
That's I think a big factor in like the Japanese fighters is not they don't got the physical skills from what I see. Only a physical unicorn freak like Inoue, but like they mindset is like more B type shit, and I respect that because them motherfuckers like I don't even no disrespect I don't even know buddy name who fought Andy Cruz or the other dude that just fought Brian Norman. Them motherfuckers still stood ten toes down and kept fighting even though they were outmatched. Now imagine, a fighter who could actually physically keep up. But you know how fighters is these days, all the talent in the world and they not fighting nobody like let's say Boots. Boots still hasn't fought anybody like near his level. Near his level. It's been a whole bunch of C and D
It's because they've
fighters.
been handled. It's all about money. Like they know that Boots is not Crawford. Like he's not somebody that's just gonna beat everybody. They know that. If they didn't think that, they would throw him in there with Bakram. But instead, Bakram got to fight Erickson Lubin.
Bakram called out Fundora. Fundora was I don't know what Fundora
Man,
said.
bro, all of them fighters will get beat by a jab. Like that's the crazy part. All of them motherfuckers. Stop for Boots. It will take. You need more than a jab to beat Boots. But Bakram and Fundora, them tall motherfuckers, jab in the stomach and move. After 4 or 5 rounds, they're not gonna have nothing left because they're so used to firefights. They're so in my pro debut, the dude I fought when I looked up his amateur shit, all he was throwing was power punches. These motherfuckers are used to firefights. So while you jabbing them and moving, they're gonna be tiring themselves out. Once they get tired, you take their fucking head off. Floyd Mayweather, Diego Corrales, basic game plan. Bakram and Fundora will lose to just a dominant jab. Both.
in a
Both of
in
them
a big
motherfuckers.
fight in a big fight I see that happening, but you know how judges are where it even if you fight in a pretty nice
No,
match
no,
or
it ain't
good
even
match.
that. It ain't even that. You will stop them in 12 rounds. A person can't, if you jabbing a motherfucker in the pit of their stomach hard,